Did you guys you never really thought about when you were making propaganda movies that how they go down, how things would go down. Rockefeller, they'll gladly kill over me and my grandpa's money and watch you and your Jesus die, Parsons. And it's weird. I mean, like when you sit back and you get like a total recall of all the stuff and all the Eric LaSalle, Patrick Stewart, Hugh Jackman movies just going away because they're insane and narcissistic and egotistical. All these things about, Angel Reese and that one girl having a fight on the thing. This lady, I've got a law degree and this is assault. And it's like, okay, this is just advertising for bitchy girls that have lots of money and won't stand up for the Lord's Prayer and have no idea what's whack and what's dope. And everybody should know by now who Earl is. And no one should give a fuck about who was the first black president. Okay? Because he was business partners with people that had home invasion of Parsons's wife that he married to protect her children from genocide operations through bad science projects that Parsons analyzed when they just gave him declassified information on it in like 5 minutes and told them what was wrong with it, what was wrong. Oh, he's just a parrot giving good information from people's hard work. Hard work? You murder people with science projects because your brain doesn't work too good, and your brain not working good tortures other people's existence. Your Goebbels' offspring and your Mengele's offspring, and you're horrible. It's terrible when you sit back and look at the feeder schools that the Obama girls went to in Chicago with mass murderers. Like Will Smith and Jada tried to tell me, you think you're going out of the outhouse to the penthouse, and when you get in the penthouse, your kids go to school with people, Victor Maitland's kids that mass murder people, and casting couch people, and sexually assault people to get them into movies, so they can be part of these propaganda movies, and they're 16-year-old girls and have to have sex with eight men and three of their girlfriends, and they all film it, and it's just horrible. And I'm like, okay, I really don't want to hear all this stuff. Like Jesus when we were in Sierra Vista, and he's, you got to clean all this stuff up, and it's terrible. And he'd always, you ready for this? No, I don't want to know what's happening. I don't want to know what the scientists were doing with Amy before I ever got in her at home, and and how it's affecting Natalie. I just want it to stop. I don't want to know what happened. I just don't want it to happen anymore. And then I just want to, get the girls out of the brothels and tell them they'll never have to be raped because people are jealous of them in brothels and wars again, because I've redeemed the Gospels and I'm Raphael and Mary's boy, and I'm a good person, and I've been a good person my whole life, and they've tried to make me into a pervert and a bad person, and it's never worked. And every time I got right into it, I go, Jesus, what do I do? And he goes, do this, Earl, and everything will be okay. I'm like, okay, why did that happen? Because these perverts were manipulating it. I'm not God. I can't control everything. And you're a kid that, wants to affection, wants sexuality, wants romance, just like any normal kid does, but doesn't get a normal life because of this fucking convoy of home invading, child molesting, murdering, TV inventing, secret camera. Let's get $50,000 to rent the fucking train for an epic movie of egomania, run around in zoot suits. It's horrible. It's like, God damn, it doesn't stop. It's stopping. They've collected all the evidence on quantum computing. Okay. All the people in the future have all the examples of evidence of what to do and what not to do. Like I told that stupid ass during Stan Rounds' fiasco with the things they were doing to Natalie and how it affected Amy and all the horrible things they did. And Georgiev taking Amy off to Europe to prostitute her, to pay his bills, to come work and love NASA in Phoenix, which, and then them trying to do the same thing with Natalie, but Natalie being raised by me, resisted to it and threw a fit, and then ended up with hypocrite Christian wannabe Let's drop bombs on everybody to be heroes. Air Force foster care, self-righteous hypocrites that every time Natalie would talk to me and they were around, they got all the same thing, like what, with Stephanie, with Michelle, with the, calling on Dr. Lee's phone. It's just all the evidence, man. There's nothing you can do. Okay? Rothschild and Rockefeller invented technology that could collect extensive evidence on people's lives as a comparison and contrast, like I told the assholes at the psychology department in Las Cruces Public Schools. This is a comparison and contrast. This is I'm Job and you guys are not. Okay? I took all my writings that were impulsed by all their manipulations of what could happen if they would just leave me alone and give me what I deserved, and they wouldn't do that. And I just burned them and put them in the orchard because I knew the psychologists in this town with my family at Mesilla Valley Christian would try to have me institutionalized and drugged in an institution rather than him be the Messiah and the cartoon character from those perverts at the Vatican's not be that make-believe God that they all believe in because they got brain damage and it's been inflicted on them through abuse, through institutionalization, by mass murdering. Let's dress up and kill everybody as the heroes of the world, sharpshooter, a sniper. That's what they wanted me to be. That's what they wanted my cousin Bobby to be. We wouldn't do it. We wouldn't kill. We don't have the nature for it. Okay. If, like I told that patriotic sergeant at Wichita Falls, the way that happened before Tom Cruise played Last Samurai, you hurt Jabrina and Lacey so they can't live on this planet a good life the way that they need to and want to. I'll kill you for free. You don't have to pay me rich people money. Okay, this is basically what I told him. You need to fix your attitude. You're a goddamn hero No, I'm a gracious good shepherd. You're a goddamn hero. You'll kill Russians for money to maintain a status quo for, if I were crazy, would I be able to tell you you're crazy? Moscow on the Hudson propaganda movie making motherfuckers. No. And Robin Williams at that prayer, man. Yeah, I know. I served with those assholes. I was poor and didn't commit any crimes. My only crime was being poor, and I was going to end class warfare with my existence. That was my only crime. And I have fucking bitchy fucking wives of people that are professional mass murderers for the government come in and front on me at my job. What you're talking about is class warfare. Hey, honey, class warfare has been on you for over 10,000 years, whether you have it or not. It's just whether or not you and that bitch of a husband are willing to stand up for me and the truth and not your lie to keep having class warfare all the time because you have no class. Quality of life, my ass, you motherfucking murdering piles of shit. Good Lord gave us nuclear energy. I say we use it. Okay, we'll put all the nuclear waste in your swimming pool. I kicked those people's asses, and I did it with truth. And then you go murder Keith, and then you murder Michelle. Try to make me feel so all alone, like there's nobody going to be any of my friends when I'm done cleaning up this hell. Slowly torture Patrice and Punchy to death with, the same chemical poisoning and economic warfare that killed Marianne and Trisha and Shelby, and it's never going to stop, and they're never going to stop voting for our health care, our drugs, and our money, and our bodegas, and oh, god damn, even your Alan Gibson would rather sit and be the liquor department manager and smoke marijuana and lose his ebony to the same fate of Trisha and then stand up publicly and say, this guy's the Messiah, man, it's him. All your friends, they're nowheres around. No one will stand up for you. They're all would rather get blunted, drunk, and fucked than stand up for the Lord's Prayer with you. It's like, yeah, and they have quantum computing and it collected all the evidence and life's eternal and grace is infinite. Y'all gotta own that. Okay. I'm content with, how I got through this and not taking advantage of the manipulation sexually by all your John Krasinski and Jack Reacher and Jack Ryan and Michael B. Jordan heroes and all the comedians that are hot that want to have sex with them and put citrus fruit on their genitalia and burn their penis while they suck in it. I'm good to go and use their penis as a screensaver. I'm good, man. I got things and I went, okay, This is okay. This is sand painting and it's wrong, and I'll just break it in half and throw it in the trash. I'd left. Don't tell my heart, break your heart. I would just, left it on the cutting room floor. Yeah, having some guy who can't write a song take Linda Creed and turn it into a song that's not nearly as good. I'm done. It's all good. Let it go. Just let it go. Money's not real. Lord's Prayer is perfect. Messiah redeemed the Gospels over and over and over again. Stronger and more perfectly every day. They tortured the hell out of them. Sitting there breathing chemicals. I woke up this morning, and while I was having my coffee, I was watching Tanya with some kid that, having to pay his bills, reliving this and that. That's all bullshit. That killed Roger Miller, that killed Johnny Rodriguez, tortured Johnny Rodriguez, Johnny talked about that. He said it was horrible, You can't find your way. Everybody comes around. You got a house in the hills. You're paying everyone's bills, and they tell you that you're going to go far. But in the back of my mind, I said, is this who you really are? This is horrible. These people that are making your life better and everybody else's life better are the worst murderers and holders of hostage of food and selling everybody housing that's, for insurance company feeder food to decrease the surplus population, to kill off all the people that want Ed McMahon's money so they don't have to pay it out in a car accident that, I told you that with that guy in the military, Linda's friend. She goes, yeah, he won this motorcycle with the same thing that happened with the guy at the quinceañera in Phoenix. He sat there the whole time during his daughter's birthday party, taking all his guys out and things. Look what you can do when you get a job and you get rich and you can have this motorcycle. And 2 weeks later, Lee sits there and tells me, remember when he sat and told us all that about that fucking motorcycle and was completely ignoring his daughter's day in the quinceañera? He got hit by a semi and he died. Well, they got all of the insurance money from that dad. All that carried about was his fucking motorcycles. Like, yeah, the insurance money, can't replace dad, but dad was, all he thought about was his motorcycle and how cool he was and insurance. Yeah. And do you have a rabbit named Smoot? Okay. You're like, fuck, how dysfunctional everything was. And then when Amy told me that one about the one guy that had a similar one, and he ended up dead on the motorcycles on the freeway with the little trailers on it and stuff like that. And she said, and it was sad because he was working 3 jobs like what happened with me to pay his child support because the court screwed over the same thing. And Amy knew it, and she did it to me anyway, and was fucking Cruz Santos, who was fucking her. Because he'd go partying and he'd have sex with more than one people, like with James and the bisexuals and the kids that at church camp from the Episcopal Church, and that would have together and have all these sex parties. And she showed me the video of it and then tried to talk me into thinking we should have a menage a trois with Stephanie, because she was so hot and raspy and that gorgeous voice, and wow, she would probably enjoy sex. Yeah, yeah, Stephanie would have loved having sex with Amy. And then I would have had a real fun time having sex with Amy and Stephanie until the Mormon church came in and fucked everything up. And then told me to go to marriage counseling at their church and stop having 2 wives because I don't deserve it. Because I'm not the prophet, seer, and revelator that asshole in Salt Lake City is. What? Marriage counseling? No, I just want you to do your job. You're an officer of the court. Write down that she said she's having an affair. And then all the stuff that, Jim Carrey worries about. And and the really good dad gets the kids, and the mom has to go get a job and pay money to help pay for the kids' extortion until she can act right. And then I tell her, oh, come live with me, and Steffi can come move in. Mormon church is out of the house. But guys, Lord's Prayer is perfect, and I did it. And it's been, how long? We all know, January 22nd, 2013, when they tried to play word games with technology instead of use technology to use words perfectly to deliver us from their home invasion, manipulation, murder, mass murder, evil of Justice Ginsburg and Justice Scalia just won't go away and won't get out of your bathroom. because Patriots Act. Well, you better get this goddamn algae out of that fucking reflecting pool. Just suck it up, dry it out, and stop doing stupid things to put on a show to be a hoe. So you can have a black president who has sex with super divas in the Lincoln bedroom and makes a mockery out of poor Lincoln being in that bedroom, staying there to not worry his wife. And they couldn't, it was too hard for them to be together because they lost their child through all the stress and the abuse and the disease caused by war, by people wanting to own other people's property and have sex with other people as property. It was just horrible. All the misty watercolor memories of the way we were. And you guys can't stop making fucked up movies. That fucked up Boy Next Door movie, you know. She fucks the hot guy next door. She's twice his age. But he still wants her because she's the sexiest woman alive. Then there's this hot cheerleader, blonde cheerleader girl that her son wants to be with. But the hot guy that can't have her fucks her right in front of, you know, and it was really, we had to watch the rape scene 3 times again. Was this last night? Is great Ridley Scott? Okay. Is Megan Fox having to have sex with Jerry Bruckheimer again? Do we all have to watch it? Camera 1, camera 2. Love's supposed to hurt, Machine Gun Kelly. But you couldn't keep her safe from being fucked by Jerry Bruckheimer? You sucked his dick and cupped his balls too. What are you talking about? That's how you got your first big gig. It's like, oh, make it stop. I already did. Yeah. I already did. Well, there was a man like me, year 1 in the Roman Empire. Got together with all the faithful and came up with the perfect commands to command all technology so technology couldn't command you with make-believe invention bullshit to try to replace with the truth of creation. Let them all pass on their dirty remarks. We're jamming. Fuck Chihuahua. No one's jamming that transition. You sure about that, Mr. Don't Stand So Close to Me? Sure about that? Your synchronicity's off, Mr. Sting. It's the police. Woo! Pull over. Guess what? Money's not real. Law enforcement, obey laws. Then you understand Jews rule in peace. Jerusalem, thank you. You're welcome. Have a nice day. Yeah, we can't get my mom back. We can't stop you from torturing my mom and Amy and her kids and all the sexual assault and abuse through your Patriot Acts and your great top site. Your great geniuses. We can't make all that stuff go away. We can stop it immediately today. And if you can't do that, I guess you're going to fill the Thomas and Mack Center and then the one next door and then talk about how, because, I was like, no, Corey, man, no. I didn't have to play, no. You came and tried to push me when I was standing still under the basket because, you weren't moving it. But no, I didn't stand still under the basket, no. I stayed outside playing defense like I should and usually standing straight up because I could move fast into a position I needed to go without crouching tiger, hidden dragon all the time. Because I could go from standing to crouch to bounce to faster than you could say lickety split. It made people so mad. It's like Karen said about Big Cat at University of New Mexico. He was like a big cat that predicated on everybody. He was like a cat among men, And yeah, that was me playing basketball. I didn't realize it. You didn't realize when you'd watch Dennis Johnson, you'd watch Gus Williams, and you're the guy like King David. You don't realize you're so much better than everybody else. It's almost comical because they don't deserve it because they won't stand up for the perfection of the Lord's Prayer, the heart of Psalms, and the seed of Proverbs. And your Father who sees in private will reward you openly, right? And you can just, Simone Biles works her ass off, and Earl just goes, "Oh shit, here comes a kitchen knife." And Mike Whalen goes, "That was the coolest thing I ever saw. That was better than Bruce Lee in the movies." Of course it was. I'm the gracious good shepherd. I'm the living embodiment of the Lord's Prayer. I don't excessively and compulsively, And, and in 8 months, my body can look better because I don't do it excessively and compulsively. So it doesn't look out of balance and out of whack because it's perfectly in balance. Because when I exercise, it's healthy. It's not excessive or compulsive. I'm not trying to beat people. I just want to be healthy, to garden with my grandkids, garden with my kids, get up and off and on the floor in a comfortable manner, exercise, make love, good sleep come morning light, no worrying about nothing, waking up in the morning with your sweet face laying up all next to mine, right? Want to fry some chicken? Sunday morning sidewalk, baby girl. Let's go kick a can. I'm not having a beer for breakfast. I hate yak piss. Me too. Okay, baby girl. I don't smell like cigarettes. No moting around here. No secondhand smoke. Killing Jim's wife with cancer because she had to pay her bills at a goddamn bar. It's like a church to you. It would be, you rotten, murdering, child molesting, raping, extortion, slumlord son of a bitch and his bitch of a wife who wants to be the queen of the fucking silver dollar. Yeah, I got your San Antonio, New Mexico, Hilton, stay for the stay, merit ass motherfucking bullshit right here. Who done gone? Physical scientist at the Pentagon, gone away, done that thing, did all right, did that diddly do. Got your Marcy Carsey motherfucking shit here. Total happiness is living the Lord's Prayer, not selling your bullshit with Jello pudding pops and writing down what you think a parent should be like for more money to fuck. I'll clean up your reflecting pools. I'll stop your giant phallic symbols right on the spot. What? Year one. Life's eternal and grace is infinite. Me and the Father are one. Look at all the red flowers out there for the tanagers and the other birds and stuff. And things are going to get better than worse. No more cash cropping. No more getting together with people with a great idea for keeping people's minds distracted to play stupid video games on phones, to have some little cute hot girl come in and say, we'll get you your money to pay your electric bill so you're not sitting here in the dark. Okay, I already turned the light on for you, and I don't have hotel, motel, Holiday Inn, and if your girl's acting, no straight out of Compton, no straight out of Cruces here. Okay, I'm cleaning up Cruces. And then when I clean up Cruces, I don't have to come back. You know right from wrong. You know how to bring down that dam and restore the vitality of the groundwater and stop the fault from heating up because it's your fault. Hey, yeah, I love Earl. He's so gorgeous. He's so pretty. Because I'm so truthful. The proofful. There's no mad, aggressive, angry, pissed off homosexuals, from the Rohirrim to Tolkien didn't know it, and C.S. Lewis wouldn't know their ass from a hole in the ground. They will make up fairy tales to try to replace the story of a man because they come from British aristocrats with a whole fucking list of cats. Okay, Toulouse, you don't have to make posters for women to be sex industry workers to empower themselves with fake-ass money because you're stuck in idolatry because your philanthropy is real as your unicorns and your dragons, right? Bitch! Okay. Fuck you. Okay. No reason why a dad should have to train his little girl to act like she had pain from a sexual relationship that didn't work out. He just caught the Jamestown Ferry. It's not a hot day in January, like he said it'd be if he ever left me. Okay, so gone with all he carried. When he got on the Jamestown Ferry, they shot the Colville Ferry, right? Saying and doing all kinds of things that are irrational and uncouth just to survive being irrational and uncouth because people are getting killed at Alcoa, because people just have to hold food hostage in cans instead of make sure that they're sharing food and water and the world right. No more global warming from Portland and Denver causing Mount St. Helens to kill old people in their houses, right? And go all the way around the world. Oh, shut up, smart ass, right? And, people getting busy outside of a IHOP with a girl they didn't even know because the day just went fucking crazy. Thank you, Bill Walton. Get him back his bike, right? It doesn't matter what Bill Walton thinks is great. Bill Walton's an idiot. Okay? And it affects his poor kids. His kids can't even stand up for a Lord's Prayer. And their friends can't stand up for a Lord's Prayer. Okay. Knowing damn well that Earl would have dunked in their face anytime he needed to get his bill paid so he wouldn't have to put up with this shit so he could be the living embodiment of the Lord's Prayer. Because when all the top minds and all the top content creators and all the top tech, inventors would come around and go, you shouldn't do this, and here's why. And Greenspan's an idiot, and so are you, and I'll tell you why. And here's what you should be doing, but you're not doing. And they don't listen. They don't listen to They don't listen to a doggone thing. They'll take anything you bring, and they'll make sure that you cup their balls, and that you thank them for sodomizing them, and then they'll give you drugs to make it more comfortable till you die, living next to the airport, not being able to eat eggs and bacon, but just drinking insulin till you die. They're fucking horrible bags of shit. Okay, but they own the basketball team. They own the football team. All those disgusting, stupid clothes that people shouldn't wear in public because they're offensive looking and they can't pull their pants up and can't wear a hat right. And why are they holding guns at all? Shooting people for money to get money to go shopping at the mall? You fucking assholes. You gotta go bungee jumping? You run like a duck. Get the ball back from the beast. Did you pickle your own balls? Drinking too much alcohol, smoking too much cigarettes, and then got a stem cell research department so you could tear it down and start it over again because you got Commander Taggart issues? You playing God there, motherfucker? Leave Nichelle Nichols alone. How many women did that? How many men, women that want to be men with a penis, did she have to have sex with to maintain in a business that didn't have no business existing because she had a crush? The Lord had a crush on her when he was a little boy, and it felt uncomfortable. There's just a little boy that's got a crush on me, and he's the most gorgeous, amazing man, and the best man in the sack in the history of the world. And it's hard to make sense of all this. Yeah, it was hard on Dorothy Dandridge, so I didn't mean to. It wasn't my fault. No, blame it all on Cecil B. DeMille and all the rest of those assholes who think they can invent narratives and call it a script and replace the Gospels with their scripts. Fuck them. They're assholes, right? Boy, I'm tired of this bullshit. I don't know about the rest of y'all motherfuckers are being motherfucked. Pretending you driving off in old cars with Kathy Bates and Alvy Woodard and who knows, God knows and Lord knows, and you and God knows who. As you wait to see who the next will be, you'll think of me, right? Man, that's your baby's mama and their grandma, and some guy that hardly knows her and you hardly know is sitting there, rolling around with her naked body, kissing her on thighs and touching parts of her. Like, I remember that with fucking Oscar, grossing out because of Amy's mole, producing a daughter that I just absolutely adore. And he was just doing it to try to outfuck me because old Navy SEAL was jealous of me because I was a way better man than he ever thought about being when I was, riding on mom's lap from Cruces back to El Paso. Could explain logic and reason and intelligence and listen to it better from people's ancestors. And by the time I was sitting on that lap on that truck before, but after he was trained to be a Navy, circus gimmick that murders people for Charlie Chan movies, shit. Fuck. Got free passes? Did you get married in Juarez? You're bringing gold in from Mexico that's less expensive than the gold found in the United States. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? A rock's a rock. It shouldn't be any more or less make-believe money that you make it into if it came out of the ground in Mexico or in Los Estados Unidos. I remember watching that movie going, what the fuck? This is crazy. This is a crime? What's a crime is that you value the rocks more than you value time with your children. And you insult your children every time your children's a trip off the old block. That's a crime. He's as dumb as you are. He's as dumb as the old lady. Hey, Pop, go paddle his ass, make him win a gold medal on the other side of the world instead of stand up for the love of your children at the table where you eat dinner every night, because nobody values money and everybody values the truth of family, and you don't have to have 14 kids just to survive. Okay, Charlie Chan? Earl Biggers or whatever his name is? Crazy ass motherfuckers, man. You write the stupidest Tolkien, Lewis, Updike scripts in the history of Bunyan's, Dante's Inferno's, Pilgrim's Progress to stop being a pilgrim progressors, you dumbass motherfuckers. I have to fix everything around here. I am tired. I'm tired of the chemical poisoning from paychecks from mass murderers driving cars around here. Ralph and Sam all having social position and money and family that, they get respected because their tattoos of raping little girls to death in Mexico because they'll fucking do it. And then fucking Clint Eastwood coming into town and doing business operations with those assholes that bet all their money on a goddamn horse race that destroys the national forest instead of helps maintain the national forest by people that know what they're doing or prescribe burns. Instead of do it at Fort Huachuca, they should do it here, but they won't. It's, well, all these places you grew up loving, we'll just do whatever we want with them and we'll fix them after you're dead. It's like life's eternal, grace is infinite, you stupid fucking cow. Your technology already knows how to be better than you. You just won't let it because you're such a child molesting, murdering, rapist, and pile of shit. Oh, go build buildings where you can keep using technology to give us more propaganda that was shit yesterday, and it's a bigger pile of shit today than it was yesterday. Here's your bucket of blood, and here's your club, and here's where homosexuals are good men that love their families, but she hates it there and goes off to Chicago and finds a better life being Emmett Till's grandma or whatever. I don't know. Y'all motherfuckers are crazy. You can't pull your head out of your ass for 5 minutes to find out that you still got shit all over your glasses, and your metaverse doesn't need to rehearse. It just needs to stop. Stop. You're crazy. You're so sick. I can't stop you from being you. Okay? But I can get your technology to share the evidence of me being me and you being you. And Stan Rounds fucked himself, and I don't care. And Jimmy cracked corn, and I don't care. And the maroons and the lavenders are out of business. And the verdict was the bluetail flying. And the mess has gone away, and I'm all right with that. I don't know who's going to be in my life, loving me and fresh air and clean water and healthy food and a good house and all that. I don't know who it's going to be. All I know is she's going to believe in me and no more scripts, and the gospels are real, and she's going to live them with me, and we're going to live together, and it's happening sooner than later. And there's no hope it's not later. It's happening now. And I ain't waiting on any of you to show up and do the right thing. I'm doing the right thing with your technology right now. And if you step up to do the right thing, that's your decision. And if you don't, Rockefeller and Rothschild nailed you to the bank vault wall, and you can drop it on Shazam, but that's a cartoon character, man. And if you want to be a cartoon character yesterday, today, and try to be one tomorrow, that's your business, but I would advise you quit it. That Georgia sun was blood red and going down. That Georgia sun was blood red and going down. Make sure that they feel it, At times like this, a child of 10 hardly knows, poor Amy, Natty having to put up with that shit because of what you guys did to her poor little sweetheart of a mother. And it affected Emily and Cade and Noah and Crumb. You dirty bastards. And what you did to Patrick's mom and his auntie, you rotten sons of bitches. Every time Kay was bitchy and gossipy and shitty, you guys just cultivated that environment to make her worse. Same with Barbara Burris Fabre. And you make them feel like they're the worst people in the history of the world, and the whole time they were being puppeted by you fucking Pinocchio puppet master, sorry ass motherfuckers. I got your Glinda the Good Witch, and I got your fucking little, blonde fairy godmother shit here. Pumpkin patch, sorry ass motherfuckers. Thinking mice are better than cats? Mice will kill you. Cats will keep mice from killing you. Stop your Disney bullshit. Mickey's wrong. Your club is fucked.